Because this thing, just with the phone in it, will just YouTube what is up. So today I'm going to be doing my top 5 favorite cases for my iPhone 15 Pro. Of course, this is my opinion. Your opinion could be different, and that's fine. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite case is that you're currently rocking. So what do you say? Let's get into it. Coming in at number 5 of my favorite cases is the BENKS MagClap Armor Pro. This is a Kevlar case. It's a really, nice case. It's got metal alloy buttons, good clickable buttons, and the metal alloy, around the camera rings with the buttons. Just real quickly, let's see, what does this case weigh? This case comes in at 39 grams. Now, one of the reasons why this kind of came up a little bit lower, on my list, it feels good in the hand, but it feels a little slippery to me. It's not the slipperiest of cases that I've, have had, but you do kind of need to be mindful. Like when you pick, you're like, oh, it's a little slick. But the buttons are great. It feels good in the hand. And they say, it's got amazing drop protection with that Kevlar. It's got really decent magnets on it. This portable 5,000 milliamp hour battery case is 160 grams. It's, charges well. And as far as the shake test goes, you can get medium shakeage out of it, but good, decent magnet. It comes off of there rather easily. So that's my number 5. And my number 4 goes to the Spigen Ultra Hybrid cases. For the price that you're paying for these are, rather inexpensive. And I'm gonna leave links in the descriptions for, all of these cases if you're interested. But these generally run about 20 bucks. Got different designs. This is the 0110101, which I thought, the design was cool. They also have clear ones. Let's see what this case weighs. This one weighs 35 grams. As far as the magnets on it this year, they've gotten a lot better, on the magnets than the previous year. But it's got some good clickable buttons, it's got all around coverage. And, nothing's really too loose, around it. And like I was saying, the magnets on this, charges up, and it's really good magnets. Like I said, for the price, these are, really decent cases. Spigen can really put out a really good case. So that being number 4. Now, I had a hard time between my number 3 and my number 3 and number 4. Between my number 3 and my number 2. And basically what decided it was the magnets, because to me that, having good magnets, that has, a lot to do, with, a good case. Now for my number 3 case, that's going to the Andobil Aspen. I really love the Andobil Aspens, especially since, ever since they've got the action button that was, taken care of. Because when they first came out, they didn't have the action button, but now they do have the action button. And these are nice, premium leather cases. The inside, they have a nice felt lining on the inside. They're, good and rigid, sturdy cases. And, they pop in easily. They don't hardly give any give. Great clickable buttons. The only thing, it looks good. I was looking at this, the technically red, phenomenal. A phenomenal red leather case. I also have the Blanc, the white one, which, let me tell you something. Team Natty, with the natural titanium, that just looks super clean with the, aluminum buttons, the aluminum metal, it's aluminum, metal, aluminum. metal camera guard around it. You know, it offers great protection. It's got really good lip protection around it. And, you know, but the only thing that holds this from the number 2 spot, like I said, is the MagSafe magnets. Aren't, you know, as magnetic-y as my others on here. You know, it does charge well, but, you know, it doesn't, you get about medium, just under small to medium shakeage before it, you know, tries to pop off. Oh, and I can't remember, did I weigh it? I don't know if I weighed them. Hold on, let me weigh these cases. So the Andar is 34 grams, and let's see. Does this one still say 34 grams? That one says 37. Oh wait, I gotta clear. Okay. 36. 32. This one's a little bit heavier. I wonder, because I think this is like some type of different type of, both metal. I don't know. One just weighs a little bit more. I think this is something like a cactus leather or something like that. And this is an oil grain, the red is the oil grain wax, and this is some type of different leather. Cactus leather is what I want to say. I don't know if that's right. I'll say here what type it is. And my number 2 case goes to one of my all-time favorite, you know, case companies. Every year they seem to improve, even, you know, when they, you know, you don't really have to, they're good, but then they I don't know, they just seem to, you know, make it better year after year. And that goes to ESR. You know, strong magnets. This is the silicone case that they have with a stash stand, you know, and, you know, it's all enclosed. It's even got a little bit of a, you know, the felt lining on the inside. The buttons on it are silicone, but the camera ring, the stash stand itself is like a metal. Let's see how much this thing weighs. 43 grams. It's a little bit heavier. It's probably because of the metal stash stand ring, but it goes in nicely, and, you know, it you know, covers everything. It feels good. It's not, you know, slippery or anything like that. It's got, you know, good coverage. It does one of the things that I've always liked in, you know, any cases, is when you have your ends here, you know, on your phone, your 4 corners, on the lip protection, that part's raised up, and then it's slimmer down through here, and then this is raised up, you know, to where you can set that down and not have to worry about it. You got good thumb play, you know, when you're swiping along your screens and whatnot. You know, not as clicky buttons as like metal buttons, but it's still got some, you know, click to it. And the camera ring itself, you know, is good and protected. You know, it's actually a little bit deeper than most, you know, because of, you know, that stash stand that it has here, you know, so you can, you know, hold your phone like so, you know, it's really nice. And the placement of it, you know, it's not really in the way of anything. And of course the magnets, you know, on these are just incredible magnets. Hold on, let me turn this on. And like I said, this is 160 grams for the charger here. And, you know, it's on there. I mean, these are, ESR has got, like, you know, one of the best, you know, MagSafe compatible magnets, you know, out on the market. This usually would be considered, you know, my number 1, but what I can tell you is this next case, I don't see a lot of videos on it. I did a video, I've done a couple videos. I did one for my 14 and then one for my 15. And this is the case that I go back to after I've tested all of these cases. You know, some of them I hang out with for a little bit longer than others. There's been a handful of times that I've gone out, you know, to a nice dinner or, you know, just out and about. I get comments on this case, you know, the technically red case. I get comments on it all the time. But for my day-to-day, my daily driver of a case, I always go back to the Andobil. This case is my all-time favorite case. As a matter of fact, it's still like up here, the 14 Pro Max is going. That's my son's phone. This is his case. This is the one that he wanted to stick with. This is his, you know, Andobil, but it is still protecting, you know, his phone. You know, it's got the ring that, you know, you can pop out and it's, you know, 360 degrees. It's got full coverage. You know, it's got little metal buttons. You know, the camera ring bump is, it's like it's silicone. And, you know, everything is covered and, you know, it goes in nicely. And as far as like the lip protection goes, it does like the ESR does. It, you know, up here at the footies, you know, it's up here high and up here high. And even, you know, it comes in low here on the top end and on the sides. So even like swiping from the bottom, you know, it's like seamless. You don't really feel too much of the lip around it. And, you know, it's got the little foots, so you can set it down on the table and not worry about it. And as far as the camera goes, it's a little bit deeper than even some, you know, some cases that, you know, are slim but don't, you know, have all that much protection around the camera. This one does. And the buttons, you know, not as clicky as others, but, you know, some people like really clicky buttons. Some people, you know, can give, you know, take it or leave it. And the magnets on this are, you know, amazing. And, you know, they hang on there. And this is almost like ESR. I'm not clicking any buttons, but it's on there. It's not going anywhere. Now, you might be, well, what's the difference, you know, between these two cases? Why did this one edge out your all-time favorite ESR case? Well, I'll tell you why. Because this thing, just with the phone in it, will just stick to my refrigerator. It'll just, even with the camera bump, I can place this on any flat metal surface and it'll stick. Even with the 14 Pro Max, that 260,000 gram behemoth, you know, it's just stuck. It didn't slide. When I'm in the kitchen and I'm, you know, cooking or doing dishes or cleaning or anything, you know, I can just connect it, you know, to my Bluetooth, you know, get some music going, and then I pop it on my refrigerator and it stays there. There's times that I'll be in the kitchen getting ready to do my thing and I'll notice I don't have this case on because, you know, I'm testing out some other cases or something like that. And I'm like, man, bummer. Let's see what this thing weighs. It weighs 47 grams. It's a little bit heavier than some of the others. So this is my go-to, the Andobil. And until there's probably some other, you know, case manufacturer, you know, that comes out with something, you know, that just sticks to a flat metal surface, you know, with your 240 gram phone, this is, you know, probably going to be my daily driver for a while. And it's nice to have the little rotating stand too, you know, just convenient. You know, you can, whichever way, you know, whichever way you want to set this thing. And if you like tech and tech reviews and the accessories that go along with your tech, won't you check out this video and a sub to the channel? Well, that would just be swell. Peace and love, y'all.